Okay.
Okay.
All right, FightHype.com here with the blonde bomber, Ebanie Bridges. Ebanie, how are you?
I'm awesome, thanks. How you doing?
Hanging in there during these crazy times. I'm practicing my social distancing, keeping myself locked up in the house and everything. So I'm safe. I'm safe for now.
You're safe. That's the main thing. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I'm actually really loving it. So.
Are you safe though? Like what's it like over in Australia right now? Is it as crazy as it is over here?
Oh, definitely not. Like what I checked yesterday, we had like nearly 6,000 cases and only like 33 deaths.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, it's not that bad, but we're also, people aren't taking it too seriously over here. You know, like I said, I'm a school teacher, so schools are still open, but it's just a very small amount of kids. So we're kind of in rotation of teaching.
That's crazy.
Not every teacher goes in every day. There's still things, hairdressers are still open, or cafes and all that are still open, but just takeaway.
Wow.
Restaurant, all the fun stuff's closed. The gym, the pubs, the restaurants, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
And the beaches, man. The beach. Like I saw a post up the other day of like so many people at Manly Beach the other day. It was ridiculous. Everyone kind of went off. Like, what are you doing? There's more people out and about now than there is when everyone's working.
Wow, that's crazy.
Seriously.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe the schools are still open. For everybody that doesn't know, obviously you're a school teacher, and you're still going in. That's crazy.
But I did say on Friday, which was just because we've got only one more week left until the school holidays, and on Friday I said, look, I'll come in once next week. So this week I'll come in once, but then that's it because I don't want to put myself at risk either, and there's not many kids, we have maybe 15 kids that we're looking after in the day, so it's not too bad. And they're the kids that the parents that can't get off work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, it's good. But then school holidays are on, and then apparently they're not coming back after the holidays. So, or homeschooling. I'll be there with my my Zoom homeschooling. And I'm doing some, I don't know, school videos on how to do Pythagoras.
Wow,
parents
that's crazy.
will probably watch too.
Yeah, no kidding. Jeez, that's crazy. So how are you how are you training still if you can't get into the gym and everything? Like, are you working out at home and stuff or?
Yeah. I mean, if you see my schedule that I did for my training, it's like the bomb. Because I'm not working properly, I'm literally training 3 times a day. I've only got a bag. I've got a bag that's kind of set up against the wall because I don't have a hook to hang it on. I've got a rope, which I do all my rolling under. I've got a slip bag, and I've got a skipping rope and chalk. And honestly, I can do so much with that stuff. There's so many variations. I can shadow box for an hour, all different kinds of stuff. I can do so much variation on the bag. I just go in with a goal every session. It's a fitness session, or maybe I want to work on, my rolling, or I want to work on, I don't know, my countering, or I want to work on my power. So every time I go in for training for my boxing part, there's a goal. So it makes it, I keep it creative and I keep it interesting. I run every day. And I do yoga. Now I'm doing yoga in the morning. So I get up and I do half an hour of yoga, Zen.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm ready, and I'll go run, or I'll do the bike. I've got a bike. And and then I do my strength and conditioning 3 times a week, which isn't much because I don't do much weight stuff. But by conditioning, I do your jump squats and your push-ups and burpees, all that kind of stuff, which is not not full boxing related. And then my boxing. The only thing I'm missing obviously is sparring and pad work. But I know enough about boxing. I live and breathe it. I watch. I know how much boxing I'm watching every day now. Binging it's 3 hours there, or at least watch 3 fights in a row or something.
Right.
But I know enough. I know what I want to work on. I analyze a lot myself, so I just make sure I'm working on the things that I want to work on. I might film some stuff to make sure I'm doing it right because I don't have my coach there to watch me.
Yeah.
So but it's fine, and I'm actually loving just training and chilling, training and eating, cooking. Not having to drive everywhere. I travel a lot for work and my training because I live in the sticks. If you see my property, I'm on 6-7 acres. So I'm in the middle of nowhere. So my school's an hour away. My gym's 45 minutes away. My strength and conditioning coach is an hour away. So I'm traveling sometimes 4 or 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
So for me, it's cool, man. I'm tranquil. I'm calm.
Well, you're probably used to the fitness part of it anyway, just because, I mean, you come from a background of bodybuilding and stuff like that. So that's probably like the easy part. So I
Yeah, I
assume,
mean,
well, go ahead.
thank God I'm not a bodybuilder at the moment, because I knew if I was, I'd be devastated without the weights. You know, being combat sports, there's so many things you can do, man. You can do like an hour of just footwork stuff, like ladders and like drills. You know, there's so much stuff you can do. You get so creative, like, and yeah, I mean, and remember I broke my ankle last year, so I was housebound for 3 months last year.
That's right.
I couldn't drive, I couldn't work, I couldn't do anything. I was stuck at home, and so I kind of learned then, like, how to manage being at home, and I think that helped me out a lot as well. The only difference is now I can actually train, so I'm like literally living the dream. I'm just training and resting. It's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, there's positives. I just know that I know from experience that anything that bad happens is always going to be, there's something good going to come of it. I'm so positive of that. So yeah, I know I'm keeping faith. How
has it affected like your career plans? Because I know like you just fought over here in the States. I think you were like trying to get another fight here, or I think there were some fights coming up down there with Jeff Horn and Zoo and stuff. So I'm sure you probably were hoping to get on some of those cards.
Yeah, so I was booked on a card, on a pretty big card that was in May, a big Australian fight card here, that was going to be literally announced probably about 4 days after, 4 days after everything kind of went real crazy. Yeah, so that was a pay-per-view fight. I was going to be on the pay-per-view.
Oh, wow.
Here in Australia. And obviously UK, there was plans for me to go to UK in April. But obviously that fell through now, of course, because I want to be global. Like, you know, I do love America, but I want to have fans all over, you know, and I'm happy to go overseas. I'm happy to invest to go overseas to those countries and, you know, get my face out there and meet people and, you know, so, and obviously America, I would love to fight, if possible, you know, fight in America again this year easily, and then maybe even the UK. So, yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that sucks. Like, that could have all been happening by the mid-year.
Yeah.
But like I said, you know, I'm a solid believer that everything does happen for a reason. I'm solid on that, man. So it wasn't meant to be, and when it happens, it happens. And now we can just build it all up, you know. So
how was that experience? Your pro debut in the U.S. I think if I remember correctly, you posted something about seeing snow for the first time.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. Like, I won't go into it too much. It was definitely an experience. It was very, and you know, I went there by myself. I didn't go with my coach, so I was there, but my managers were there, so that, you know, I felt trust there, and there was a coach there to look after me. But yeah, it was cool. You know, I met a lot of the cool girls. All the girls that are like, you know, like I follow on Instagram and like look up to. They're part of like the management team as well. We split T, David McWater and also Brian Cohen. So to meet all those girls was really cool, and to fight on that card with those girls was unreal. You know, and I love America, and I love the American fans for boxing. Like, it's just awesome. You know, it was a great experience, and my opponent was good. She was tough. It was awesome. I got to get out 6 banging rounds out, which was mad, because I know you guys did an interview with me after my last fight, and I wasn't really happy when it finished in the second round. I was like, what? That's it? Like, you know, like most people are like, yay. And I was just like, man, like, I wanted to get a bit more experience out and not stop it so early. I know I'm just saying that now at the beginning of my career. I know once I get a little further on my career, I'll probably be like, yeah, let's just get in and get out. But I do want to learn, and I do want that experience. So it was really good to go up against a veteran that was tough and durable, and, you know, gave me a bit of a fight back. It was really cool. So yeah, that was good.
That's how old are you now?
Man, don't ask girls that age.
Oh, whatever. I'll just box wreck it. I know they have it on there. Like, what are you talking about? Don't give me that crap.
They put it on there now. I'm 33.
Okay, how the hell do you live for like 30 whatever years and not see snow? Like, that's insane to me. Are you, like, what was that like?
In Australia, there's only one place that snows. And I've kind of seen snow, but I haven't seen it snow.
Right.
Like, I've never seen like an actual like snowflakes. I was so mesmerized, and I just want to keep touching it, like, and I kept filming it, and I probably look like the biggest silly like idiot. But I honestly, I don't know why, but in my head, I thought the snow would be like hail, like hard, and like, I don't know. So when it was like just fluffing down all like angelic and pretty.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, like this is so nice. And then it turned black and I slipped and nearly broke my neck.
It gets all nasty.
Like,
yeah.
Fuck you, snow. Like, yeah.
That's crazy.
Apparently I don't know how to walk in snow. I actually should have seen me walking in the snow. I looked like, I don't know, I could do a demo, but I looked silly.
Well, I mean, footwear is very important. I mean, as long as you weren't walking around in heels or something like that, then, right?
No, yeah, I wasn't, I was just normal. If I wasn't really picking my feet up, and I was like, anyways, lesson learned.
That's crazy. So anyway, I saw, I don't know if it was a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, because you tagged me in it, and I was seeing all of the replies to it and everything. You're on Twitter now, a little more active.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter now.
Yeah?
I popped my Twitter cherry.
Well, you popped it with a very interesting post. Obviously, you posted the battle with the shorts, right?
The battle with my shorts. Yeah, the blonde bomber versus short shorts.
Right.
I nearly lost, man.
You almost got knocked out.
I did. Yeah, I nearly lost that battle. But I got a lot of heart and I don't give up, and I was not letting anything beat me. But I mean, I was in my head. I was literally thinking at one point when I kept knocking over my tongue, like, should I just like pick it up and like just throw it out to the crowd? Like, you just take my shorts.
Oh, you should have. That'd have been hot. You should have.
But if you see that happen again, maybe future weigh-ins, it wasn't pre-planned.
Right.
Just be nice and close in case you need to catch my clothes. Because honestly, if I can't get them, I'm not doing that again. I'm just like, yeah. But it was pretty funny.
You should just do that at every fight now. Like, just take your shorts off and after just throw it out in the crowd. Like, that should be your thing.
But you know what the problem was? Is that I chose, like, I was obviously, you're dehydrated, you're tired, you haven't really eaten properly. And I chose shorts that did up from behind. Mm-hmm. So, naturally, just muscle memory, you go to zip them, did the zip at the front. I was like, oh, wait, this isn't right. And so then I had to take them back off. Mm-hmm. Then when I tried to put them back on, my foot wasn't going through. And it was just,
it was a mess.
Times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he goes, and then the from his, you put your shirt on. I was like, I'm not putting my shirt on. I'm cool. You know what? That was enough. I'll just roll like this. Let's just do the pose like this. I'm cool.
I'm sure all the guys there were not disappointed with that decision.
No.
But I only brought that up because, like I said, I was tagged in it, so I'm seeing all the comments, and I'm just like, damn, like these dudes are like crazy.
I love it.
You love it. That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, does it bother you? Like, do you like it?
No. Like I don't love it. Like, give me attention. I love it because it's so funny. The guys are so funny. Like, it's just funny. Mm-hmm. Like some of the gifts that they these are called gifts that they come up with, and like I just find it funny. Like, like I got a really, you know me. Like I got a good sense of humor. I love having a laugh. I love having a banter. And some of the stuff, it gets really creative, and I'm just like, this is hilarious. And it's not disrespectful. Like, in a way, it's a compliment, So, and boys will be boys. Like, I'm not going to sit there and pose in lingerie or whatever, and then cry when people, like, say something or post a little gif with, like, some moisturizer or whatever they do.
Right.
Like the eyes popping or, whatever. Like, I don't mind, and it is funny. It is banter to me, like even my Twitter bio says, I love a banter. So, obviously I don't like people if they try and slide in my DMs as creepy shit. I'm not going to roll with that. Mm-hmm. But the comments, like some of the things that they say, it's just funny. Like, and they say it as well because they know that the guys are going to find it funny. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just everyone's just entertaining everyone. Like, it's just a big little entertainment circle. So, I mean, it's cool. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
So, you're not insulting me. I don't find it offensive. What's more offensive is when someone's, like, abusive towards me or trying to be derogative or to put me down because of the way I look, like, and I think that's offensive. I think that's rude. Like, you don't be like that. So, but otherwise, it's cool. I always thought, if your mum has nothing, if my mum always told me, if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say it.
The golden rule.
These guys, and I live by that. Like, just shut your fucking mouth. But, like, these guys that are putting, like, saying funny things or, like, jokes about, I wouldn't want to fight, like, you wouldn't want to come home from work late to her or any, these kind of things. Like, I think it's funny and it's not really insulting. you know, so.
Do you think that, like, do you find that advantageous to your career to, like, you know, like just say a weigh-in to wear some nice lingerie? And it's not just you. I've seen other girls, whether it's in boxing or in MMA, you know, like some of them don't care. Some of them like kind of go out of their way. Like,
but see, I'm not really like that. I'm all about like look good, feel good. I think it's really important. This is me. A lot of people are different, but for me, I really like to take pride in the way I look. You know, I worked like 10 years as a bodybuilder to build my body. You know, like I put effort in to make my body look the way it looks. You know, like I like to have my hair nice. I love to look feminine. Like, you know, I think it's really important to have that contrast with the boxing. For me personally, like I like to have that contrast of being a boxer, but being feminine, like to show that you can be. I think it's that word that you said. What is advantage? It's advantage. I can't.
Is it Yeah, I got fancy on you. I'm sorry. I try to, you know, I try and step my vocabulary up when I'm talking to a school teacher. You know.
Yeah, but I'm a maths teacher, right? But no, I don't know big words. No, but honestly, a little bit. It might be a little bit just for like just especially at the beginning of my career, just to, you know, I need to draw people in some way because I haven't had enough fights yet, and you know, it's all whatever. But I feel like for me, it's like a step in. Like they go, okay, wow, this chick looks interesting. Well, maybe I'll watch her fight, and then they see me fight, and they're like, fuck, she can bang, like she can fight, like you know. So it kind of rolls onto the other. You know, that's what I hope. I hope that people, you know, don't. Someone made a comment on Twitter the other day. Oh, I'll come. My mate said he'll come to the weigh-ins, but not the fight. And I said, nah. I go, the tickets come together. I go, to come to the weigh-in, you have to come to the fight. You can't. It's not one or the other.
Right.
I go, you got to do both. Like it. So it doesn't work like that.
Right. You can't. Right.
Like, okay. He said okay. But yeah, like, you know, it's just it's a way that. It's just, you know, it's like I said, it's an entertainment sport. It's entertainment. We fight for entertainment. At the weigh-ins, the same thing. You see the boys, like, they carry on at the weigh-ins. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to huff and puff and headbutt and push my opponent. Like, I have a lot of respect, you know, so I don't need to go on them to get the attention. You know, I don't need to do it like that. Like, that's not my style. But if I can draw crowds in for other reasons, then why not? You know, it's every single part of boxing is entertainment. Yeah. You know, so, and you got to remember that, you know, and I'm not really like I don't have to watch what I do or say because I'm not, I have morals and stuff, so I don't think about that. Like, you know, you see some boxers, seen a few lately, but, you know, they do silly things, like, you know, and you think, well, what are you thinking? You know, I don't really have that because I think being a school teacher as well, you know, it kind of helps a little bit. But
you don't have to name any names, but what kind of silly things are you referring to? Or will this expose them?
No, like no videos of isolation videos and.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got you.
You know, being a woman, I'm a little bit I'm not really that sensitive, but I mean, I have some empathy for some people that might watch that and be upset. But look, I get us a bit. You know what? I don't want to say it, but jokes and banter and that, like that's like there's a time and a place, and that wasn't not the place.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. But hey, So on that, And you know, I like to be different, to be honest. And none of the girls are doing the lingerie. They don't. They all go in the crop top or the bikini. And for me, that's not boring. I've always been different. Like, come on. I'm a math teacher. I look like this and I'm a boxer. You know, I was a mechanic. You probably don't know that, but I was a mechanic when I left school. Like, you know, I've always been, you know, I like to be a bit different. So, and I thought, well, you know what am I scared of? Why can't I weigh in lingerie? The bikini is exactly the same thing, but this looks better and I feel better in it. You know, so.
That's funny. There's actually a difference in the way a bikini versus lingerie feels. That's interesting.
Yeah, it does. Like, you know, it feels like, you know, bikinis in it. Boring. There's enough boring boxers out there, just saying.
That's crazy.
Character.
But I mean, having said that, again, it's all about getting eyeballs on the sport. That's
and it's, you know, it's kind of like it's I don't do it on purpose, but in a way, and how it works is like it's baiting people in to look at me to then see my fights. Then they can watch my fights. Like otherwise, they might just go, they might not have heard of me, or they might not see me, or they might not even be interested to watch me fight. A lot of them might be, oh, look at this bimbo, but she fights like a prissy little girl, or she's going to get bashed, or she fights like one of those model boxers that are like Insta boxers. But, you know, they
Wait a minute. What? Explain what is a model boxer? You don't have to say any names, but what is a model boxer? I mean, you can say a name if you want, but
no. Like, I mean, there's plenty that like they use boxing, and I know people actually personally that literally will use boxing just to help their other careers. You know, because it's just if they're not serious about boxing, it's not their actual 100% thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not their or they just like I don't know. Everyone each their own. Each does their things for their reason. You know what I mean? Each boxes for their own reason. You box for your family. You box because you want money. You box because you want whatever more attention for you, whatever else you're doing. You know, I box because I like punching people in the fucking head, like literally like bashing the shit out of people. I got money and stuff. Like that's not an issue for me. It's not that. I literally love like fighting. So, you know, and learning. But yeah, I mean, I hope that people can see my fight style and say, hey, she's fucking the real deal. Like she's serious. You know, she's savage. So, yeah.
Yo, it's funny you say that. I've obviously I've seen several of your fights, and I've talked to you several times. So I know your mentality when it comes to the sport. Like you actually do enjoy punching people in the face. Yeah. Like that's fact.
I obsess over boxing. I've been watching boxing since I was younger.
Yeah.
And like I live and breathe. Like I study boxing. I have a podcast where I analyze boxing. You know what I mean? Like it's, you know, it's not just like a lot of the boxers I know. There's females and males. They don't even watch boxing. Like, can't even hold a conversation with them about boxing. Yeah. You know, or like fighters. Like, I follow it. You know, like I love it. So yeah. I don't know.
Do you feel like
you don't have to?
Right. Right. No. I mean, yeah. No. Nobody's trying to hate on anybody. To each their own.
No, definitely not.
But I think you're just trying to explain the difference between yourself and some of the other, you know, quote unquote pretty girls out there. Like you actually enjoy going out and thumping inside the ring. Yeah.
I'm not doing it like just to get a little bit of like more extra attention on the side, or be like, oh, I'm a boxer, like and claim that little title, like, but you're not actually a fighter. You're not a fighter. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
That's actually that's actually the style that you prefer to fight in. Like you actually like just going toe to toe, like.
I love it. I just wish someone would sit with me so I could do it. But they all just run backwards. But hopefully, you know, as I step up and I move up, they'd be dumb to sit with me, I suppose. Because, like, you know, that is my strength. But I would hope that I can fight someone that will sit and we can have a real good slug. Like, I just love that kind of style. Like, you know, like, I've always liked them. All my favorite boxers are Mexican. So, and I just like sitting on the inside and banging. Don't really like the dancing around. Although, I did learn a bit of like the footwork. Like when I went to Philly for my last fight and trained with Danny Davis, he tried to teach me that Philly footwork and turn me into Sugar Ray Leonard. No shit, I was watching Sugar Ray Leonard every night when I was in Philly because he's trying to get me to circle around the ring and like circle and like jab and move and jab and I'm like, what is this? Like I'm used to like being like Chavez, like kind of cutting in and just like smashing, and he was like, get me to do that, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I need to figure out how to do this like a bit better because I've got 2 weeks. Yeah. Anyways, it was something. It was good. Like, I mean, at first I was a little bit resilient towards it because I'm like, I don't fight like this. Why are you trying to change me? You know. But I really took advantage of it, and now I practice the summer stuff they teach. Like, I make sure I do a few rounds of it every session, just so I do. You have to have the whole toolkit. You can't just be one style. I might come across someone that actually is better than me on the inside and stronger, where I will need to box. So. You know, it's just not my preferred though. Yeah. Because I just like it. Yeah.
That's true. It's all about longevity, though. It's all about longevity.
I know, but I'm 33. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this for, but.
Yeah, but you don't want to get smashed in the face too much. You know what I mean? You still got to keep your looks. You know.
Hey, it's doing all right now, isn't it? It's all right.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm all right so far. It's all right.
So far, so good. Did you see I think it was earlier today. Well, I guess maybe it was probably yesterday for you because it's like already, what time is it there now? Like.
No, it was earlier. Well, I don't know. It's the afternoon, so it depends.
What time is it there now? 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock?
Maybe 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Jesus. 4 o'clock on Sunday. It's 2 a.m. on Sunday for me.
We're in the future.
Yeah.
But so far behind.
No. I saw a video. I don't know who did it. I don't know if it was Franchon or Clarette. Like, I don't know who came up. She was the one that started it? She came up with the idea?
Yeah, she came up with it and she put it together. She's so creative. I love Franchon. She's beautiful. Yeah. But I loved that. I shared the shit out of it. Yeah. I loved it. I love the girls getting into it, you know, because it's true. And it was like knockout. I think it was like a knockout. The caption or the whatever hashtag was knockout, because was like, you're a knockout in the ring, but you're also a knockout. And the girls, it was so cool, man. Like, they were showing, like, you know, their boxing, and then there's like a TikTok thing.
Yeah.
Where they, like, slide, and then all of a sudden they're, like, all pretty and, like, you know, being all, it's like sexy, like a woman, like feminine, you know? And it just showed the other side, like, you know, the girls, they are feminine, they can be feminine, but we're boxers in the end, you know what I mean? So, because some choose not to be often, but they can if they want. No, I love that. I want to try and do it here with some of my girls here, but we'll see.
Do you think that, like, do you think you guys get that type of recognition from? I mean, this is primarily a male-dominated sport. You know, a lot like the majority of the fans are male. So, do you feel like you get that kind of recognition from men? I mean, like even though you guys might look pretty, do you feel like they look at your skills and say, "Yo, like she can really fight"?
Yeah. I think so. If you can fight, that's the thing. If you can't, then you're gonna get found out real fast, and that's what happens to, like I said, to the Insta boxers and the model boxers. There's a difference because if you can actually fight, then you get real fans that actually follow you because they go like, "Damn, she can fight."
Yeah.
You know, and if you can't fight, well, then you're just what you are. Like, that's it. You're not a fighter. Like, you know, and that's okay. But you'll get found out pretty fast. So, I mean, all these girls that did that, they're all, you know, world champions, former world champions, you know, like prospects. So, yeah, like, I think if they know boxing, then, yeah, they can see the skills that a lot of the girls have. But if you don't know, even if you don't know boxing, you can maybe see it. But then there might be some old school people that is like, nah, boxing is not for women. Boxing, you know, I had a comment the other day, you know, a girl shouldn't try and be a man, like on some, like I posted a video of me on the bag. At the beginning of it was like 5 seconds of like my bum bouncing because I was like dancing. You know?
I saw that video, and it was bouncing. It was bouncing.
Yeah, a little bit, like because I was putting my gloves on and I was dancing to the music that was going, and then as soon as the thing went, like it was like switch on time, Anyways, and there was this guy, he commented, and he was like, you know, I don't like, you know, women shouldn't try and be men. And I'm thinking, and I literally was like, I said, like, dude, are you blind? Like, I don't know what part of this video makes me look like a man, but or me trying to look like a man.
Definitely not the bouncing.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I don't know what you know what you're seeing, but yeah, definitely not trying to be a man. And he was like, oh, anyone that, you know, tries to do a male sport, and I'm like, here we go.
Yeah, but it's not even it's a human sport. Like, women fight too. Sport. Like, I don't I've never understood that concept. Like, that's so weird. So weird.
Yeah, but you know, it is changing, which is good, thank God. And it is getting more of a, you know, a unisex, if you want to call it that, sport now. Men and women can do it. You know, it's just because, you know, like anything, like I said, I was a mechanic when I was like 17, 18, and I was the only female doing mechanics back then. This is like 15 years ago. You know, that was a male job. You know, like it just was a male's job, just like boxing was a male sport, mainly because it's a majority of males. So you get that labeling. But now, the new age, you got to understand it's all changing and people need to change it.
Listen, once upon a time, voting was just the male thing. Do you know what I mean? Like it's 2020, people. Time. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and you know what? You can't. It's all right. Whatever. People have their opinions, and that's okay. You can have your opinion, and you just live in that salty life, like, you know.
No, listen. You can have an opinion, but no, it's not all right because you're wrong, dude. Like, that's not cool. That's not cool. But it is what it is. Do you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you see any of us girls in the street, that people that are like that, we fucking knock them out anyway. Maybe they just like got little man syndrome.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of them do.